Yo, YouTube. Welcome back to another video. I know I haven't done one in a while, but today I'm going to show you guys how to install R14 Evidence for QSAR's inventory. It's the same process for QB inventory and any other inventory. It's just you follow the different inventory style of installation, but everything else other than that in this video that you'll see is going to be directly installed into QB. The exact same way you would do for any other type of inventory. So if that doesn't make sense, just ask questions in the comments and we'll go from there. So first thing I like to start with is always go and install the SQL. So I'll just drag that into Heidi. So just drag that in and we'll run that against the database. Cool, that's in. That's all we have to do for that. The next part is the inventory steps. So I opened up the QS inventory one. So go here. It's telling you to put these into the QS inventory items Lua. So you're just going to copy all that stuff there. Go into QS, go into shared, and then go to items. And then once you're in the items Lua, this is going to open up. I would just find any spot that looks good to add this. You can go to the bottom if you want, all the way down to the bottom. Before that last comma there, that yellow one, just hit enter a few times, and then you paste in the stuff for the evidence, and there it is, and you can save that. So that part of the evidence is done. If there's any other steps here, it just says to restart the server, but there's nothing else really that you have to do there. So that's done. All right, boom, done. The next part is completing the QBCore installation. So we're going to go through QBCore. You have to add these things to the items in QBCore. I would do this even though I'm doing this for QSAR, but I'm going to show you to do this either way for QB, even though we don't have to do it for QB. So let's go down to QBCore, shared, items Lua. And then once you're in here, you just find a spot. I normally try to keep this clean, so I'll just find a spot before all this stuff, and I'll just hit enter a few times. So go, I hit enter one more time and then paste this in. Okay, so we added that to the items Lua, QBCore, save that. Okay, the next part is for evidence bags to be useful. You wanna add this line of code. So what I like to do is search for evidence bags. I hit Control F, and then I'll search for evidence. So you have the original evidence bags, the original empty evidence bags, or the filled ones. So you want to go to the filled ones, delete. I click on a number here. Clicking on this number highlights the entire line. You can just backspace, delete the whole line, and then paste in a new line. So here's the new line that they gave you, and it makes the item useful. So replace that line, and then you should be good from there. Scroll down, updating weapons meta. So what this does is it shows the different types of weapon type, bullet types. So you want to make sure you change this in your weapons Lua. So what I like to do is just copy this entire thing here, because it already changed it on here for you. I like to go to QBCore, shared, and then under weapons Lua, you can open that up. Once that's open, I'll Control A, select everything, delete it all, and then paste in their code. So their code is literally already written for you, it's already done. All right, so then hit Control S, save that, that's done. Make sure there's any breaks in here. Nope, no breaks. Okay, cool. So now we'll go back. See if there's anything else that they need you to do. Nope. So the next step is to go to QB Police. This is, pay very close attention to this part, because this part is a lot to deal with. So we're going to go to QB, and then we're going to go to police job. And then we're going to go to, and they give you the paths here. So here's the path. You can copy those paths and go to those. So, and then you want to go to evidence.lua, or client, my bad, and then evidence.lua, and delete that entire file. So you don't even need that anymore. So scroll down. The next part is to go into QB Police Job Server Main Lua. So we're going to go back, You're going to go to server, main Lua, and then once you're in the main Lua, you're going to search for these items. So they have this evidence. You're going to replace these. So they give you auto replacements for everything that you need. So first thing I'll do is I'll just search for this right here. Control F, paste it in. Here's the first one. See. So update status, they need you to replace this function with this function. So you're gonna copy this. You're gonna highlight this whole function, and you're gonna paste that new one in. And you go down to the next one, existing command. So the command is clear blood. You want to go find that same one. So I like to do is Control A here, Control V, search for it, and then you take his code that he wrote and you replace it here. Paste that in. All right, the next one is clear casings. So copy that. And some of these are right under each other. So I think in some of the cases when you're going through this, you'll see that some of those are under each other. But just for showing you guys how to properly do this so you don't mess anything up, you just want to go search them every time. And then you'll find them. And you want to copy the command here and replace it here. All right, there that is. That one's done. The next one is take DNA. So you copy that one, Control F, and search it here. So take the DNA. You want to copy that, and you want to replace that one as well. Paste that in. All right, save that. Make sure everything there is saved that you just changed, and then down to the next one. So if you have the latest QB, he keeps this updated to where you could have just copied this whole file like I did the weapons file and pasted it in over here. But if you don't have the latest QB and you're using an old one, make sure you replace those commands and those functions one by one. Do not copy this whole file here and paste it in, because it will have you messed up because you're not on the latest QB and you don't have the latest file. So you'll have to rework the whole thing. Don't mess up and do that. All right, that's just a fair warning for anybody. So now on to the next one, small resources. So they want you to go into small resources and delete the vehicle wash file or car wash file. So you're gonna go down to QB small resources, and then once you're in small resources, you're gonna go down to client, and then once in client, take that and delete it. Boom, gone. That's the only thing you need to do in there. The next one is QB vehicle shops or vehicle keys. If you guys don't use vehicle keys, you'll have to do this for your vehicle keys. But right here, let's see, there's shop. Okay, they don't use vehicle keys on this server that I'm setting this up on, so we're gonna skip this step, and then we'll do it on their keys later. But that's just about it. Let's just make sure we did everything here. So let's see. Following QB jobs. Check player status. Control F. Okay, so take this out, and we're gonna go back and replace this. So I felt like I messed up somewhere because that was a little too fast. So I'm gonna paste that in, save that. All right. So you're actually going to be removing all of these here. So you're going to search these one by one and remove them. I think I already went into this one and deleted it. So yeah, that one's gone. So let's search the next one. We're going to delete these in this file. All right, so that is this blood drop. So click that, highlight this whole thing, delete that blood drop. The next one is fingerprint drops. These all go back to the evidence script and the police job. So what we're doing now is we're removing all of those functions so that they don't read back to that file. Because we don't use the evidence file anymore. We actually just deleted it, so we don't need these functions, these network events. So I did fingerprint. Okay, then we're doing the clear blood drop. We're gonna delete that. Oh, I just copied it again. Okay, the blood drop isn't in here. Okay, so I'm going to delete this. Get this one here. Delete that. So in some cases, like I was telling you guys earlier, some of these are right under each other, so create casing. If we just move this out of the way a little bit. Create casing. This is the next one we want to remove, so it's here. Delete it. You can search them, but I've been doing this for a while, so I know exactly which ones to delete. I suggest you guys search for these because you do not want to delete some code that you need and be messed up. So clear casing. You want to delete this one too. See, like this is a prime example. The next one down from that one was update current cop, and that's not one we want to remove. So if we would have accidentally removed that, we would have been kind of messed up. So that one's already removed because I replaced that earlier. And then here's the last one for adding casing to inventory. All right, and then we just want to delete this. Bam, done. All right, save that. All right, so now the police stuff is done. More resources, all that stuff is done. All right, cool. So now, before I finish up, I want to go back to the Quasar inventory, and because they're a little bit different, you want to go to HTML, and you want to go to images. You want to go to the R14 images folder, inventory images folder here. Copy these images and just drag and drop them into the Quasar inventory. Cool. So those images are now in. And then now here's the big setup part for Quasar. For R14. So within R14, you want to go to put it wherever you want. I'm putting it here where they want it at. So I'm going to R14, drop that in here. Do not make this mistake and drag or create a folder and drag it in because I did that once and I messed up. So you just want to open it and make sure that all the files are correct inside. Those are. So now we want to go to the config. Now, once we're in the config, going to make this a bit bigger for you guys. All right, so now we're in the config. You want to go ahead and start configuring everything that you need. So we're not using we are using QB for the framework. The framework is correct. We're not using OX inventory, so we want to make this false. Then you want to make the QS, whether it's version 1 or version 2. I'm going to assume they're using version 2. If they're not, we could change this. But we make this true. And then you scroll down some more. The targeting, they're using QB target. So we want to take off OX, make this false, and then turn this true for QB. And then for the content, they're using QB, so you want to make that QB. Nope, my bad. You want to make that true, sorry. And then you want to make the OX inventory one, or OX false. And then if they use PS Dispatch or DRX, you can set these up to be that way, and whenever they run evidence, it automatically put it into their MDTs. They are not using either one, so we're not going to enable either one of those. All of this is correct. Um, Everything here is basically done now. Only thing you have to do now is just go into the server and make sure that everything kind of works. So I saved that. Um, and so now one thing I want to do is just do a server restart. So I'm going to go in here, quickly do a server restart for them. And let me close my 5M. And when we go back in after the server restart, we should be able to see that R14 is working. Everything should be good. They shouldn't have any errors or anything like that from R14 at least. The only thing errors they might get is about the picking up of inventories and things of that nature. And the reason why that is because you need to set up the webhooks for the camera, for the Nickton camera. So let me see. There is a setup for the camera here. So let's see. Let's try to find this. The server should be done. Let's see. Okay, the server's back up. We're going to hop in there. We're going to check this out, make sure it works. All right, just connect to the server. Just play. We can really just go anywhere. So let's just, let's go here. I guess. All right. So now that that's done, let's give ourselves a job. Set job. Just to test everything. To ID. My ID. I'm ID 1. Yeah. So I set job to ID 1. And then police, grade 4, I think that's chief of police. Oh, nope, still freelancer, so. Guess it's not police. Okay, so I can't set my own job, apparently. I don't have access to that command. So let me try to get someone in here that can give me the job. So give me a second, guys. Let me see. Yeah, I don't have access. All right, let me reach out to these people and I'll make an update video on how everything works, but it should be working and I'm going to test it out. But other than that, guys, if you have questions, concerns, anything about this, just hit me up. And I will be making an updated video of it actually working in this server so you guys can see it. I just don't want to waste you guys' time hearing me ask for this access and all the other stuff. So if you have questions, concerns, just reach out to me and I'm willing to help you guys. All right, peace out.